Last week, Benjamin Ayer was charged today with intoxicated use of a vehicle causing great bodily harm. He faces 9 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, as well as possession charges. As we've been following, Fond du Lac police say that car crashed into the store last Thursday after leaving the roadway, obviously. One person was flown to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. 3 others and Ayer were hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries. Our Jason Zimmerman was in court today, joins us live now. So what did we learn about what Mr. Ayer was doing before that crash?
Well, Chris, he admitted to police, apparently, at least according to the court documents, that he was huffing at a nearby restaurant while having lunch in the parking lot in his vehicle just prior to hitting the road to drive in this direction, where he lost control of his vehicle, hitting the cell phone store, which is right behind me. You can see it's still boarded up there. Now, what we know about that is that if you're not familiar with huffing, what that is inhaling household products. Many of these are household products. It can be a cleaner, it can be glue, it can be paint. In the case of Ayer, it was an air duster used to clean electronics. So he inhaled this, and what it does is it gives you a type of a buzz similar to what you get off of alcohol. The only difference is if you do huffing long term, it can have a dramatic effect on your health, especially of your vital organs, including your heart and your liver. So basically, he told police he had been huffing, and then he hit the road and he had this accident. Police also found inside of his vehicle a canister containing dark paraphernalia and a small amount of marijuana.
All right, so this is a 20-year-old. He's in court. First of all, does he have any priors? And then, Jason, what was the courtroom scene like today? Because this has received a lot of attention just because of the nature of what happened.
First of all, Chris, first of all, according to Ayer's defense attorney, he does not have any priors or any type of major run-ins with the law. But again, he is only 20 years old. As far as the court atmosphere today, it was a packed courtroom for this initial appearance, which is not really typical that we see too often. But in this case, there was some people that were there on behalf of the victims involved in this, because there were 4 victims and 1 who was seriously injured. But a ton of people showed up on Ayer's behalf, including a number of friends and family members. Many of them weren't particularly happy with what happened in court today. They were rolling their eyes, shaking their head, especially when the district attorney, Eric Toney, spoke in regards to what happened and what he wanted for sentencing here. But afterwards, you know, they definitely left the courtroom not very happy even towards us for being there. At one point, even shoving my photographer in the hallway.
All right, you mentioned they were not happy and there was a lot of reaction. What was the bond set at for Mr. Ayer, and what's next?
Yeah, and the reason was that they weren't happy was because of that bond, which was set at $300,000. The district attorney originally asking for $500,000. The defense wanted a signature bond. So the judge kind of met him in the middle. At least on that, he felt some type of bond was needed. He will be back in court again for further proceedings next week.
All right, Jason, thanks very much. I think it's the first time we've talked about huffing on this program, and we will probably be talking about it again as this case moves along.